Minecraft. With over 18 million copies sold on Mac and PC, you'd think everyone would know how to play it by now. However, this just isn't the case. In fact, you'd be surprised at how little some people know about Minecraft, despite its popularity and growth. That's where I come in. Hello, I'm Dylan Harris, and welcome to my in-depth tutorial on the sandbox blockbuster survival game, Minecraft. Let's get started, shall we? Assuming the people watching know nothing about Minecraft, I'm starting things off with the well-known fact in Minecraft that is, dark equals bad. To go into more detail, if you come across an area that isn't lit up properly, be on alert. Monsters roam these lands, and you never know what you're going to find. Unless lit up properly by a light source, whether it being the sun or an artificial way of light, such as torches, monsters will be given the chance to spawn on the dark areas depending on your proximity. For example, walking into a cave may surely lead you to your death. However, if your spawn point in the game is in a dark space, 9 times out of 10 you'll spawn monster free. Okay, with that out of the way, let's talk wood. The first item you should craft in the game is the crafting bench. Despite your ability to craft items in 2x2 crafting area within your inventory, more advanced items will need a crafting bench. The wooden sword is the perfect example for this scenario, for it is the second item you should craft in the game and it requires a crafting bench to do so. The wooden sword is the item we'll be emphasizing on today, being the cheapest sword you can craft in the game. To craft this blade, all you need is one log, turned into 4 sticks, and the other planks placed into a formation like so. The wooden sword has most likely been in the hands of man since the early lives of cavemen. Although unintentional, the blade at the time was just a wooden club that had been worn down. Or the club may have conveniently been shaped like a sword whenever and wherever they found it. Aside from that, the wooden variant of the sword hit the back burner, and was never used for actual combat, but training instead, outside of the caveman era, of course. In-game, the wooden sword does 5 damage, or 2.5 hearts, putting its damage on the lower side of the spectrum. Like all weapons in-game, the wooden sword has a durability meter over top its icon on your hotbar. This indicates how many useful actions it has left, the wooden sword's case being 60, from the time it's crafted to the very last swing. Eventually, the durability bar will seem to have been depleted, however, your weapon will still be in your hand. This is not a glitch, but a strange mechanic that I assume was implemented into the game to test the workings of the aesthetic side of the durability bar. When this happens, the wooden sword will still have 3 swings left in it, so be aware. Different swords may vary in this category. The wooden sword can also be enchanted. I wouldn't recommend it though, however. Due to the cheapness and unreliableness of the sword, enchantment of it would keep you at a disadvantage due to the low damage. Plus, there are much better swords in the game that you'll eventually come across as you progress. By the time you would have gathered the materials to craft an enchanting table, you probably would have upgraded your sword as well. Another thing to consider is the speed at which blocks break when hit with the wooden sword. Items such as cobwebs, cocoa bean sacks, vines, and melons will break faster when hit with a sword. The one with the greatest decrease being the cobwebs, breaking in only 4 seconds as opposed to 20 seconds when using your fists. The wooden sword, being the first possible blade you're able to craft, is relatively good, considering the factors given. It suits a more better-than-nothing role and plays its part well, and is effective if you can time your swings right. When the night falls and you come across unwanted mobs in your way, you'll be happy you crafted the wooden sword. Thanks for watching. This has been Dylan Harris. Join me next time when we talk about the other wooden tools and things. Yeah. This is the first episode, so I don't expect a lot of feedback, but if you do feel like giving any, tell me how I did. Tell me if I should improve anything. And aside from that, I will see you guys in the next part.